motherfucker has 6 bubbles. You don't know Jeff. Let me repeat that. You don't know him. I do. Look how many hours I got. Look what rank I am. What would you know? Oh, look, your team. Oh, you're not even at a good angle. Hey, watch your fucking mouth. You know who you're talking to, bro? All 10 of them? It's not that serious, bro. The game just came out. It's gonna happen all over again. Sim Maybones, Zarya Nano Blades. There's a new meta to be found. And I'm talking to you. Who are you? Should be ashamed of yourself. Yo, what's good, y'all? OwMyNuts here, and enough of the dilly dallying. I'm just gonna run you down how I'm gonna go about this. I don't know jack, alright? I can't sit here and tell you I know everything about this game or every strategy, but I'm just gathering all the useful resources that I can find online about how to run with certain characters in a nice concise video. The videos don't gotta be 30 minutes long, you know what I'm saying? That's time you can spend being in the game. Without further ado, I'm just gonna run down through his abilities a little bit, and then we're gonna talk about things you should try to do in match. Alright, so we in the practice range. So we're going to start off with his passive. 50% less headshot damage, but let's be honest, it's only because his head is basically his body. So it's really just like to even it out. It's not too big a deal. It's not like a whoa passive. It's just to help him out with his tiny hitbox. I'm going to run through his group team up because honestly, it's kind of pointless most of the time unless you're just trying to have fun. Like I would mainly be on group shoulders if you were on quick play, just mess around. Because you don't get as much value as compared to being able to move around and stuff. Like you have to be able to move around to heal your teammates. Another downside of being on Groot's back is basically whenever you try to shoot bubbles out to the team behind you, it just goes directly to him. As if you're just like shooting them down. You're just more likely to also get targeted because that's 2 players in one right there that the team could just get rid of. Oh, he's on Groot's back. Kill him. So everyone's going to go for you. You're going to get walled by the enemy Groot if they have one. You're going to be down 2 heroes, so it's just not worth it. Now, as for his heals, the primary. His heals are one of the best in the game, and I'm tired of people saying he has such shit heals. Jeff honestly does not need any buffs or nerfs. I think he's perfectly fine as he is. He's just being utilized wrong. Especially when you have a cloak and dagger on your team. When you have cloak's veil, it just heals your teammates even more, bro. And it has infinite range too. You can go all the way over here and I can still heal my teammates. So you're coming back from point. You come back from point, you get heal. Just a little bit of a drop off, but you get used to it, you know? It's all about positioning too. Another thing. It's like, you don't want to be in this position. Like, let's say this was my team right here. You would have to go like this. And you don't want to do that. That's just not very... But let's say you're at this angle. You get everybody. So it's really about how you play them. Like, the people that complain about them just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? You basically want to be in the back lines, but in a specific angle. You get me? Sometimes you want to be in a position where you can also, like, throw 2 speed bubbles down. Like, right here. And then, boom, activate it. Now, boom. Both of your teammates are healed. But that's for later. All in all, this character is mainly about positioning. You want to get your positioning down with this guy. Because, like, if you're always in the back line, that leaves you susceptible to being taken out by a backliner. Which leads me to the secondary, the Aqua Burst, which is honestly underrated. It has no damage fall off. So, you want to be in the back lines, healing your team. And team's healed up. Alright, bet. Help them shoot. So you're going to pick off so much damage that they're going to have to focus and heal on. You're going to help your teammates so much. It's also not a direct damage either. So if they're grouped up, you can do multiple damage. Well, like, these guys aren't really grouped up. But in a situation where they're all grouped up, you can damage everybody. So going back to what I was saying about being in the back lines. If someone does happen to be in the back lines with you, right? This is why you always want to keep at least a couple bubbles. Or on you, like 1 or 2. If you're in a situation where your team can't reach you or something, or you're the last one alive and you have someone chasing you, that's a free kill. You just have to, you know, not die. Best advice over here, guys. But if you're up against a tank, you preferably want some help from your team. to quickly take that tank out, so I would call it out. You have to kind of find a perfect balance on when you should be healing and when you should be attacking, and you'll get it down the more you play them, you know. So to get out the other team up ability on the way, so I don't forget, is you get a team up ability with Luna Snow. I can't bring her into the practice range. Basically what Luna Snow's team up does is it gives you an extra 5 damage per spitball, and it slows down enemies by like 15% specifically. Search it out. It's good to use against people rushing you in the back line, so if someone's rushing you, it'll make them slower, like a Spider-Man or something. Bubbles, the best thing in this kit, hands down. Most people use the bubbles wrong. They see the bubbles as healing, or they see them as like you just put them down just so your team could get to them whenever I guess you die or something or whatnot. But like, that's not how you use them. You want to use these bubbles when your teammates are huddled up. You want to see yourself as a middleman too. Like if I were to use the bubble here, it only get this guy, but if I use this bubble here, it gets both of them. And now they both have movement boosts. You always want to constantly be trying to use your bubbles. But like, another thing too is people like to spam heal with the bubbles. Which, unless your teammate is literally dying or you have a tank that needs even more heals, that's when you would use it. But that's what your left click's for. Like I was saying, I don't really see the bubbles as heals. I see them more as a movement boost ability, because it really comes in handy a lot. I'm going to play some clips right now where the speed bubbles come in clutch. Behold the god of thunder. Shit. 2 ults wasted. See, that's how you use them speed bubbles. You see that shit? I know y'all seen that shit.
I like that shit.
Shake it, Jeff. Shake it. So if your teammates are coming out of spawn and they need help, or when the match starts, just speed bubbles. It doesn't hurt. You get them back so fast, and you want to time them as well. So time them. Boom. Another one. Speed boost. Because if you have very slow characters, like let's say obviously your tanks or Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is a really slow character. You make him scary paired with the movement boost. So one tip of advice I'd give you is practice how the bubbles shoot. So you see there's a little bit of a drop off. You kind of got to aim a little bit higher. Because I've been able to like speed boost Iron Mans and Spider-Mans, like people that are in the air, because I've gotten pretty good at knowing the drop off for the bubbles. Because imagine a boosted up Iron Man flying at you. That is just scary. As much as I want, like as much as I've repeated it, see them as speed bubbles, not heal bubbles. Just make it a habit to always constantly be bubbling, timing it. So the moment you know you're about to run out, boom, just another one. You know. See? Boom. See, I timed that perfectly on cycle. It's like a cycle. You always get to see I'm still at 5 bubbles, nothing to worry about. In case my team needs a lot of healing, extra healing, you know, you shoot the beam at the same time. The most misunderstood part of this kit, I feel, which leads me to his shift. So the moment you spawn in, bubble, shift. You use this to get around. If you are not shifted at all times, then you are throwing. You are throwing. It's like if you're not crawling on the walls as rocket, because every second counts. So if you are just running around like this, you're wasting time and movement ability when you could be speed boosted and running around like that too. One thing to remember as well is that you cannot contest OBJ if you are shifted. So I would just go like, if overtime and you're waiting for your teammates to come, just constantly go like that, so you don't lose the objective and you're harder to hit. It's very versatile as well. It allows you to go up places other people can't, to avoid Groot walls. If you get walled off, you literally just go behind you and then go above it. One thing too is that it immediately pulls you down. So you wanna, if you wanna get to your team really fast and you're at a high point, I wouldn't just drop down, because you see it takes a while. So let's say there's a Hella up here. That's Hella right there. She's camping your team. She's by herself. Boom. That's a free kill. Wrong cheeks. Last but not certainly least, we're going to talk about, probably my opinion, the most game-changing on the game, because it wins you games. His ultimate. Look at that. Look how big this is. Posh. You know? It's just like, teammate, overtime. Boom. If you save this ult till overtime, you know you have it. You have it stored. By the way, you get it really fast. If you focus on really healing your teammates, you get the ultimate back pretty quickly. So I would try to use it not just willy-nilly, like as soon as you get it, but like if you know that overtime is coming or that those last couple of seconds on the point are coming, if you want to secure that win, that's when you use it. And another misunderstood thing about this ult is that it's most of the time people want to use it offensively when you could actually use it to heal your team. Because people complain about like, oh, if you don't have a healer that has a AoE heals, then you're throwing. Like if you don't have a Luna or if you don't have a Mantis, like you're throwing without like the ultimate, those type of ultimates. You get me? You can use it to get your teammates away from dangerous situations. It's very versatile. But yeah, I would always want to spit out your teammates as soon as you can, because sometimes you will forget that they're in there. It's all about making these little habits to always just constantly use your cool. Like you don't have that many abilities, so it's like you want to get down the timing and the pacing of when to actually throw down your abilities. Like right there, I have a whole 6 stack of bubbles. Never always have a 6 stack of bubbles. You should never have a 6 stack of bubbles. One thing I'll say about his ultimate as well is that you could pre-plan it. You could plan it like some plan B shit. So one thing a lot of people get down. Well, this is like more like a bronze level thing, but like always aim it down and wait till the last second to do the most amount of damage, just in case there is somebody that can fly out of that. If they do, worst case scenario, nobody dies, right? You can still kill them. Let's say they got spat out and they survived. Like they would have like health, not this much damage. It just really depends. But like it's just like a free kill as well. You don't know where to throw them out, bring them to your team and call out to your team if they have comms, because I'm in gold right now. Not everybody's on comms. Call out to your teammates like, hey, I'm bringing the healers. Get ready to everyone to just shoot at them. And then boom. Those are some picks. Just don't take my advice to heart. Even though I already know there's going to be people in the comments. Actually, doesn't matter, bro. I'm learning the game. We're all learning the game. Nobody's perfect. All in all, I feel like I have really gone down everything. Well, that's about all I have for today, guys. Let me know if I missed out anything in the comments. Like I said, I'm not a pro player. I am gold right now. If there are some tips that I did not mention in this or that I happen to forget, leave down in the comments. Let me know what y'all can find, and let me know what hero I should do next. Another thing too is that I also make music. I just dropped a new single for my upcoming project, straight from my heart. It's just shameless plug, but I got 3 singles out if you like that one as well. Everything's gonna be linked in the comments. I'm gonna have a link tree. Make sure y'all spread love and positivity, and Godspeed. Damn, I feel like something's up with me. Life's rocky by the fans like 3. Out with my friends, shaking some hands, yet I stay in the space, pondering if there's another boy just like moi. Send them my regards and I hope you find God. They're looking at this message like, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? Yeah. I know you see my titties bounce.